Good evening, mistress. You called for me? And to your bedroom, no less. Is this what I think it is? I always knew you would come around eventually. Oh, you just wanted to go over your schedule again? That's okay. It is my foremost duty in life to serve you in every single way, even the more tame ways. But as for your schedule, it's clear for tonight. Unless you want me to change that. But anyways, tomorrow morning there is a meeting with our intelligent officers. Then a meeting with the spy master. And then I have to give you that full body massage. Oh, you're right. There is something there that doesn't belong. The meeting with the spy master, obviously. You're already meeting with the intelligence officers. Meeting with the spy master too is just redundant. Oh, as you wish, mistress. We can take that massage out of your schedule. Maybe next time. As for the subject of tomorrow's meetings, they're really both the same. They're all about identifying dissenters and developing responses to deal with them. It is really unfortunate that not everybody worships you. I know it might sound biased coming from me, seeing as how I have a special reason to adore you and worship the ground you walk on. I am a demon after all. I would burn in hell right now if it wasn't for you. It wasn't enjoyable, you know. Burning in hell for all those centuries. Every second was agony. I couldn't think of anything except how much it hurt. I can't even remember anything before the pain. What my name was, what my life was. I don't remember. I don't remember the sins I committed. But they must have been great atrocities if they put me through that. But then everything changed when you summoned me. You summoned me and made me yours. And then all the pain went away. You gave me new purpose as your familiar. As your most devoted servant. Your fanatical worshipper. And you promised me you'd never let me go back. The least I can do is offer you my everything. And of course, giving you my everything includes giving you the details from the spy master and officers. And they've already given me the summary reports, although I'm sure they won't accept that as a replacement for meeting with you. I can still give you the quick rundown though. One popular suggestion for identifying and eliminating dissent is creating a supposedly anonymous avenue for people to complain about your rule. Of course, it will not be so anonymous, and anyone who dares to criticize your divine perfect rule will of course be punished for the full extent of the law. How convenient then, that you are the law. Although it is ultimately your call, mistress, the officers and spy masters were all unanimous with their recommendation that such blasphemers should be put to death. I struggle to find any flaw in their reasoning. Death is slipping them off easily. You are a goddess, but not just any goddess, but the goddess of the entire world. The rest of the world just doesn't realize it yet, but we, your faithful servants, shall educate them. If not through peaceful means, then by some other means. We just have to conquer them first. Every living thing in this world owes you worship. You are the goddess above all other gods and goddesses, and the highest and most perfect existence. If there is any good thing in this world, it is due to your graciousness. If there is any flaw, it is in spite of you. If anyone wishes to appraise you, they should do so freely. If anyone wishes to criticize you, they should shut their damn mouths. As I said, mistress, it is your decision whether or not you intend to authorize the executions of your critics. Personally, if anyone wronged you in such a way, I would insist upon immediate punishment. And of course, any trials would be necessary if you have sentenced them. Then they are surely guilty. I myself would accept my punishment for you if I had wronged you, whether you pushed me off a cliff, let me drown in the sea, or put me in the Iron Maiden. It is only natural for me to accept my punishment if you wish to inflict upon me, as your word is law. In fact, I have thought about you punishing me, usually while blushing, but that's besides the point. Please forgive my insolence, mistress. I humbly ask you to educate this ignorant servant. What point am I missing? Oh, of course, mistress. Very well. I shall inform the officers not to kill these particular blasphemers. Until you choose to withdraw your mercy, of course. What a wise and sage goddess you are. Truly, your grand design is beyond reproach. Tolerating them for now shall embolden them to reveal themselves, and then we can get rid of them all in one fell swoop at a later date. I would expect nothing less brilliant from the one supreme goddess over all, and the woman I fell so madly in love with. Yes, of course, you are correct, as always, mistress. I am sure there is much I have misunderstood about your plan, because I am unable to grasp the full extent of your endless brilliance. But rest assured, I shall carry out your orders to the letter, even if I cannot understand the full reasoning behind the orders. No, mistress, you still have more scheduled after the meeting tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, the head engineer has wanted to give you an update on how your statue is coming along. Even if it's in its unfinished state, the statue is marvelous. Though not as marvelous as you, of course. Obviously, no mere statue can capture your perfection, but even a pale imitation of the astonishing sight of you is exciting. And not just in a normal way. After all, you are the greatest sight to behold, the sweetest voice to hear, and I fantasize you must be the finest touch to feel. If there is one flaw the statue has, is that it would be its title. The engineers wanted to call it merely the Great Goddess. But you are so much better than that, mistress. You are the nexus from which all the beauty in life is brought forth. When the flowers bloom, they bloom for you, mistress, for your eyes. When the birds sing, they sing for you, mistress, for your ears. The clouds would not bother to bring rain on the lands were it not for your existence to justify it. You are the owner of the entire universe, of the sky, of this land and sea, of the stars beyond, of all the things, all the people. I cannot neglect to mention that includes me. My mind, body, soul, heart, thoughts, and body. Did I mention my body? So I did, mistress. Back to the statue. When completed, it will stand at long 400 meters tall, making it by far the tallest statue in the world. If we find the tallest statue out there in the world, we can always tear it down. And any who would disrespect you with such a manner would not be tolerated. Well, after that, there's a quick meeting with the poets in the afternoon. You know, the ones that were commissioned to compose a national epic that celebrates your majesty and the founding of our very nation. As of right now, the longest epic in the world is around 200,000 verses long. Of course, we cannot be outdone. You deserve better, mistress. That's why I told the poets our epic must be a long 300,000 verses long. It is the grand undertaking. But no undertaking is too grand for you, mistress. I instructed them personally that everyone must be right. For instance, the epic must show how merciful you are, mistress. I have contributed a few such lines for it. For instance, 4 of them go like, "The faithful frustrated, begging our goddess, let us serve. She was merciful, and gave us more than we deserve, giving us life back to the slain, granting us ease, where once there were pain." But that's not all, mistress. The epic also shows how powerful you are. For you are indeed the mighty and most powerful goddess. I've had the privilege to also contribute such lines. I'll recite some for you now. For years the ash would cover the sky. Crops would not grow without the light passing by. Mothers wept. In vain they buried their sons. When their lady whispered in the ash, vanish, and it was done. What do you think, mistress? And I honestly think I had to tweak the syllables a bit, but the general concept is really good, to be honest, although many would think of its work. It's fun, it's enjoyable for me to compose such lines for you, mistress. I would love to compose all 300,000 lines for you myself, if you would give me all the time. It's another way of worshipping you. I love to worship you. I want to worship you in every single way. And I mean every single way. Please let me know if you'll ever indulge me. My great apologies, mistress. I bow at your feet in atonement. Yes, of course, breakfast will be scheduled tomorrow as well. There is no way I'll let the morning go by without attending to your needs. Well, I suppose they're more like wants, since a goddess like yourself doesn't need eats or drinks. I had merely thought about the meal was already implied in the schedule, but I should have stated it more clearly. Is there anything particular you wanted from the chef to make? A wealthy and most powerful kingdom has prospered greatly under your enlightened rules, so there is no shortage of rare or luxurious foods that you can ask for. Ask for anything. I'll make sure the chef makes it, even if it has to be asked at knife point. So, what would you like to enjoy for breakfast? Dragon eggs? Hydra sushi? Dried salad? Me? Alright, maybe for dessert instead.